My hairstylist cloned my credit cards. She bought a house using my identity. My name is Marlo Brennan. I'm a marketing consultant, and I'm what you'd call organized. I'm the kind of person who shreds her mail, has two-factor authentication on everything, and pays her bills the day they come in. My life is a fortress of spreadsheets and calendar alerts. Or at least I thought it was. I was sitting at my desk on a Tuesday morning, knocking out my monthly finances. It was routine. I paid my electric bill. I paid my car insurance. I remember looking at my water bill. It was $48.20. I huffed a little. It seemed high for one person, but I clicked pay and moved on. Just as I was about to close my browser, an email popped up. It wasn't from a client. It was from Chase, my bank. It was just their free credit monitoring service, the kind of email I usually ignore. But this subject line was different. Alert. A new hard inquiry was posted to your credit report. That was wrong. A hard inquiry? I hadn't applied for anything. Not a card, not a loan, nothing. My heart did a weird little flip. I clicked the link and logged in. The alert was real. The inquiry was from SunTrust Bank. I don't bank with SunTrust. The inquiry was for a mortgage. My blood just stopped. A mortgage? I live in a rental apartment. I clicked the link to pull my full credit report. I waited the 30 seconds for it to load, my foot tapping a frantic rhythm against the floor. The page refreshed. It wasn't a glitch. It was a nightmare. I scrolled, my hands starting to shake. There was a new address listed on my file. A P.O. box in a town 30 miles away. A place I'd never even heard of. Then the accounts. It wasn't just my Chase card. It wasn't just my personal Amex. There were 12 new credit cards. Capital One, Discover, a Best Buy card, a Home Depot card, all opened in my name. All listed with perfect payment history. The oldest one had been opened 14 months ago. And there, at the bottom was the SunTrust mortgage, $485,000. Opened 3 weeks ago. I felt dizzy. I couldn't breathe. This wasn't just a mistake. This was a full-scale invasion. I frantically opened a new tab. I logged back into my real Chase account. Not the credit report side. My actual checking and savings. I looked at my savings account. The balance. My stomach just dropped out of my body. It was wrong. It was thousands and thousands of dollars wrong. It was $75,000 short. I scrolled through the transaction history, my vision blurring. There it was. 3 weeks ago. Wire transfer. $75,000. The memo was simple. Personal investment. $75,000. A $485,000 mortgage. I'm a consultant. I can do math. That $75,000 was a down payment. Someone hadn't just stolen my name to get a loan. They had stolen my money, my house buying money, my future. My first instinct, my only instinct was to call my best friend. To tell someone who would understand. My fingers were on my phone, my thumb hovering over the contact. Cleo. Cleo was my hairstylist. That sounds so trivial, doesn't it? But she wasn't just my stylist. She was my therapist, my confidant, my sanctuary. For 3 years, I had gone to her salon, Elysian Hair, every 6 weeks. It was a ritual. It was a $400 appointment, every single time. 4 hours in her chair. And we would talk. I told her everything. I mean, everything. I told her about my job. I told her about my frustrations with T-Mobile, how my signal always dropped. I told her about my family, which is how she knew my mother's maiden name was Voss. I'd even told her the name of my first pet, my childhood dog, Jasper. I was just venting. It was just girl talk. She'd listen, her hands working magic, and she'd tell me I was a rock star. My mind flashed back to my very first visit, the high-end reception area, the new client information form on a clipboard. It was laminated, professional. It asked for my date of birth. For a birthday discount, the perky assistant had said. I filled it out without a second thought, and then I remembered something else. Click below for the full story.